What we do is we power discovery of content, organic and paid for most of the largest publishers on the web, from CNN to Chicago Tribune, from the USA Today to the San Francisco Chronicle. So most of the most familiar publications you're reading probably on a daily basis, at the bottom of every article you always see recommendations for other articles you might like or other content you might like. Whether it's articles or videos, it's most probably Outbrain that is powering these recommendations. And as you say, these recommendations are personalized to you. And the way we do it, we have over 40 different algorithms on the back end that are trying to figure out in real time, what would you be interested in next? And it's really based on a lot of different types of algorithms. So think of contextual algorithms on the one hand, through algorithms like Amazon's, people that read, that like this, that buy this, buy also that. So we do people that read this, read also that. And then there's a lot of personalization algorithms that try to understand what do you usually find most interesting and how can we surface that content to you. And we do it for publishers, as I said, in two different dimensions. On the one hand, we help them help surface all of their archived content and personalize that experience to every visitor, increasing their engagement on their site by usually something like 20–30%, which is massive. And then we also provide, we also have the largest paid index of content on the web. We work with most of the largest publishers, from the New York Times through Yahoo, AOL, and other great publications that want to drive traffic to their content, to amazing brands that, in all honestness, I mean, they have great content. So the brands business at Outbrain started about 3 years ago. We now work with over 75% of the top 50 brands, over 50% of the top 200 brands in the world. And we are, just enjoying this huge uptake in content marketing that brands are getting into. Brands are becoming publishers, creating truly great content that has true value, whether it's informational or entertainment value to consumers. It's not advertising. And when P&G puts together great content around the Pampers Village site, but it's for pregnant women, it's for newly moms, it's great advice from someone that knows a lot about pregnancy and knows a lot about taking care of babies, as well as someone like Kraft that has 30,000 different recipes, all vetted, all great, on their craftrecipes.com site. So we just help their content to be discovered by the audience of brand publications like the CNNs of the world. I think the first part, which is the most important one, is right after the article. You have to, that's where people that really engage with your content, read it through, that's when they expect to get a recommendation for the next thing they might be interested in. Then a lot of publishers add also recommendations on the right rail. So between the inventory, the ad spots that you have over there, the real estate, you can put some recommendations. Now, as far as best practices on whether it should be text links or thumbnail recommendation, well, really depends on the audience and depends on the layout of that specific publication. For a publisher like CNN, text links would work much better than a thumbnail, but for a fast company, a thumbnail implementation works better because there's a lot more imagery type of content on the site, so the audience expects that. Now, as far as the personalization goes, it's really all about the amount of data that flows through the system and how the engine is trying to get better at understanding what you like and what you don't. So, for example, when we take content, it's not only about the cost per click like on a Google platform. It's really all about the click-through rate. It's really all about the engagement with that content. So if a piece of content doesn't perform, it's out. So the system is sort of like gearing to engagement with content rather than just trying to maximize return on ads.